Why they wanna fuck with me, fuck with me, oh. Why they wanna fuck with me, fuck with me, oh. Why they wanna fuck with me, fuck with me, oh. Why they wanna fuck with me, oh. Why they wanna fuck with me, fuck with.
You're fat.
I find it so crazy that you find different ways to say what inspires you in every interview.
Exactly.
Basic as fuck.
What inspires me is not those shoes.
We keep talking about those.
What do you mean? These are the package delivery 4s.
I don't want to fucking hear it
Hey,
anymore.
you wish you had these. What is that? A stain? Or you on your knees earlier?
Where do you see that? How do you know?
Exactly. I don't know. You're touching that knee. You're too aggressive for me. Easy. Pause. Yikes.
How you
Welcome
doing, bro?
back, everybody, to what even the fuck is this, bro? We're not even consistent, bro. What is going on with us?
Well, we're consistent to them because it's going to be released on Wednesdays.
Exactly. So,
But-
psych, you thought you were going to get one from me, but you won't, because today is another installment of what? The Royal.
Fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It took me a little bit. I hesitated.
I know.
wasn't
That's how
expecting
consistent we are.
that. It's almost a month.
Oh my god, it feels like it too. I can feel it because normally, like, I'm used to already having a whole bunch of ideas in my head, but right now I'm like blanking so
Bro,
hard.
there's so much shit going on though. Like
There
in,
is a
in the
lot.
course of this month, like we very seldom we talked maybe like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but
times.
it's because
Yeah.
you're my brother, so like
Yeah.
it just comes natural. Pause. Natural. How to say natural?
Keep
it's
going.
just natural. Yeah. Relax. It's the sweats. It's the sweats.
It is. They're pretty
Got
fucking
this man
tight.
sounding like Joseph last night.
Oh, don't. We're not bringing
Yeah,
that.
let's skip
shit
over that.
up.
Let's skip over that. Skip over that. But today, we'll start off with the pleasantries. How was the day?
I'm doing pretty good, brother.
I'm
Just,
doing all right.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd
How
you
was
say?
your fucking day, bro?
I said it's going pretty good. I was about to elaborate.
All right, my bad.
God
That's
damn.
my fault, bro.
Shit. Dude, I wanted to fucking scream so bad, but we're in a public setting. Dude, I was charging it up. But no, work's been going fucking well. Baby's coming soon, like not even in 2 months.
Can't wait.
Well, actually, it is in 2 months. Was it July 2nd? Yeah, July 2nd's
Yeah,
the
man.
fucking date.
Fucking get to be an uncle instead of just telling you guys I'm having a baby.
So. Yep. Basketball. I've been fucking doing that every week, trying to lose a little bit of weight. I've been eating like a fat fuck, so.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say, yeah, getting ready to lose.
To who?
I mean, everybody. But
You know, we
Anyway.
talked about this yesterday, how,
we did it.
yeah, we were talking about call-outs
Don't let him
and all
lie
that
to you.
other shit.
Don't let him lie.
I'm definitely wanting to 1v1 this man.
Every time he has faced me, he has lost. You can name a court.
That is true.
You can name a court in this city. We've done it.
That is
Your
true.
driveway right now. I probably
Look
beat him.
outside right now.
That is me shooting.
Drive-by
That's
basketball.
me shooting right now. Any court where you see a random guy shooting a 3 or just any shot, that's me right
Yeah.
now. It's going in.
Bro, my voice is almost gone because of yesterday. That
Because we're
shit
just
was
doing
so
stupid stuff. We're just
I'm
shouting
pretty-
for no reason.
Dude, it sounded like a fucking zoo in there. Like,
No, we sounded like something is wrong with us. Like we're us out. That's how we're out.
it started out with impersonating Frank Castle. Frank Castle, the
No, you
Punisher.
gotta here. I'll give you.
And then
You have to have the head motion.
Wait. Bro, I didn't know I needed to poop until I started laughing. That's bad news.
That's probably why it stank in there.
Oh, stank.
Or was it Mark?
Probably Mark.
It was probably Mark.
No, I'm saying right now.
Speaking of that, are you guys playing again?
What, Mark? Absolutely.
Are you?
No, yeah, next time.
Did you
next
win
time-
last time?
Yeah, I won last time.
Damn, Mark. What you gonna do, bro? He's over here flexing on you, bro.
But this dude has it on record. What was it, the 1v1 that started that channel 1v1 bullshit of, what was it, he won off of straight up just threes damn near. because I was not.
I was watching that. Not gonna lie, I was like, can somebody fucking score at one point?
Dude, it's so bad. No, we kept consistently missing, and then us being out
The
of
edits
shape.
were crazy. Like I thought you were getting ready to score, and it would be just
Dude, it was so
right
bad.
back to the line.
No, there's no excuses. He won that fair and square, but no, we're definitely running it back.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
First topic. You don't know anything about this, but the world's going crazy right now with it. My man, our favorite unk in the world, Mr. Shannon. That tight end, pause. No
Sharp.
Diddy. Sharp.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
What the fuck is going on with them? Because you said you were saving it for the podcast, so I don't know what's going on.
Jason Terry, that platypus Perry. Lakers in 5.
What is going on with him?
All right, so he's apparently getting grape allegations. I know he already went through some crazy stuff already with that, but this one is a little bit more hard hitting, even though it's really not. You remember Tony Busby? Tony Busby was that guy who represented. Everybody's gonna say it in the chat, but oh my god, it was.
I know
Jay-Z, that girl who tried to say Jay-Z
Yep.
was doing some crazy
Yep.
stuff, and then came out that that was a lie.
what?
Yeah, that already happened. Maybe I'm not. Maybe you guys are gonna flame me in the comments, but like all I'm saying.
See, I'm not up to date with pop culture
I
shit, but that
swear.
shit's crazy.
No, I swear it happened because that happened, and then Tony Busby is representing this chick. There are like literally these are the details, and then I want to get your take after. So the details are that she's claiming that she has this audio of him like, oh, you dumb bitch, I'm gonna choke you out, and like some crazy stuff, like of her like just doing like some normal stuff and just being like, why are you acting like this? And he's like, I told you to stop acting like that. I'm gonna choke you the fuck out.
Bro, that's fucking. If she has that, dude.
But hear me out. Hear me out. There's some texts that came out, okay? Some of the texts from her to him are something like, I know you like this fat juicy ass and like stuff like that. I want you to put this.
See, and
I
that's
want
what
you
I
to
was about
put
to
this.
say.
And I quote, I want you to put give me that baby gravy, and I want you to put that big. She said, I want you to put a big black baby in.
The fact that you're staring at me. Dude,
I'm actually looking away from you because I don't want to make eye contact.
yeah, I was about to say. I thought you were making eye
Yeah,
contact
no.
because of the glasses.
This whole time the glasses are looking at
I'm
you,
like-
but I'm like, but
See, that's what I'm saying. So like,
I know it's
because this happened. I forgot whose case before. Now, mind you, I'm not discrediting. Like, if shit has happened to you.
and you're with the boys right now, okay? You're with the boys. So
Yes.
ladies, right now, we love you, queens. We're just having a conversation. It doesn't have to do with you because every one of y'all, we love you guys, and then we know this ain't you. But we got to talk about
But
the dilemma.
But I will say, because this has happened, and I feel like this ruins a lot of like young men's lives. And mind you, if Shannon Sharp did some shit, Shannon Sharp did some shit,
Yeah.
right? If there's evidence of the shit happening, then yeah, that it's fucking crazy. But if you agree to something, like I don't know what happens in people's bedrooms. You keep that in there. Do whatever you fucking got to do. But I'm like, you sit there and you have an audio recording of you and him in private. If he says some shit like that, you don't know what it could be foreplay. It could be.
She said some stuff about I'm going to tongue punch that chocolate. You know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay. Because a conspiracy, okay, that's been floating around already, right?
Yeah.
Has been that you're not gonna remember, but back maybe like a year or two ago, You know how those pictures kept coming out of like memes of him, Shannon like standing like very zesty out in public?
that I did see.
How can you get past those allegations? Because they were so hardcore. Like, oh, he has to be, bro. There's no way he's not zesty. Walking around with that, like he's walking around a little funny now. Like he's walking around a little weird.
Well,
And then also getting these allegations. And then magically that tape of him being on Instagram fucking that one chick.
what was her name? Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, you really think that
I'm sorry.
all that is magically a coincidence?
I'm sorry. I thought it was kind of funny when Ocho was like, "You need to get that stamina up." He's like, "You need to get that stamina up." That was like a minute or two, like 30 seconds at best.
I know.
But
I thought it was a goat in the background.
no, with the whole Shannon Sharp shit. Oh my god, yeah. If there's like evidence of that shit, and that shit goes, oh my lord, dude, I don't know what I would feel because like there's so many memes, especially with the Lakers at 5 shit that's going on right now.
There's just a lot to not believe about it, though. Like, not guilty, or like however you say. I can't even. My brain's fried right now.
Right.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yep. There we go.
So I believe, though, that even if you go into a situation like that, which that's how it should always be, that there are a lot of situations where it's like, we know you did. Like, either we know you did it or we know you didn't.
I'm like, I'm not saying that. I was about to say OJ.
Oh, yeah.
OJ, this man's made a book and then started making jokes about murdering other people.
Yeah. Shout out Broncos. Ford Broncos.
No.
Like, that's a nice car.
I feel like a lot of people, they just look at that and they're like, man, I was like, mind you, there was evidence. I was like, it all got dismissed. I'm like, but the way that you act and the way you present yourself, you're like, man, you are not sorry. Like, you got away with something.
But still, like, think about it. Why didn't she come out way back then, though? Why is it taking until now when he's like making a huge name for himself?
Right. But here's the thing. Even if that was the case, right? Like, if something could have happened and women don't feel like they should come out until like something snaps, or just in general, like a lot of people with I will get into a more serious topic, like triggers on certain people. So say like they see Shannon Sharp with this Lakers at 5 shit, she might have seen that and was like, oh, I remember this really bad fucking time. Like it all happens, right? I was like, but that being said, I feel like it is your responsibility to, or not even just for your sake and your family's sake, and so they understand what you're going through. If you have this evidence, I would just immediately go to police.
All right, so we're going to go back and forth on our last final take of it, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So my last take on this would be, I do not, just like what we were just talking about, I believe it's still innocent until proven guilty. No matter who the person is, what the crime or that.
Sorry, I just sniffed my mic. I was like,
I guarantee everybody else heard that and their ears are shattered right now.
Yep.
Yikes. But so,
and that's exactly my take on it. I mean, it's going to be hard, especially with if it was a while ago and you just have like if it's more than just that, like videos to audio and all that, it's going to be harder to prove something happened unless other people come forward and say, hey, this happened to me as well, and like it's gone too far, you said stop or no, or
and you know, you're having a daughter,
yeah,
right? So, and then especially like when I have mine, like whenever that's going to be, I already know, especially how protective I am over family, and you are as well, that all the queens out there, we want you to stand up. Like any of this bullshit that happens,
absolutely.
Like we want you to say something immediately. I don't care what is going on. Like you need to talk to a family member, you need to talk to somebody close to get that figured out ASAP. But this is what I will say, just because I am siding with that does not mean that there is also not another side of that coin, which is a lot of fake things that are going on in the world
Exactly.
right now. A lot of
I'm like, a lot of people could just be riding on your fame or whatever is going. Oh, they're on a high note. Okay, let me go ahead and
was a lot
tear
of
you
bad
down a bit,
intentions,
and then
you know.
exactly. I'm like, especially if her angle was to even get infamous for it, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone fucking you're still drawing attention to her name. She gets money for that essentially, and
And of course, like you're gonna have that conversation of like, oh, well, what about guys? Guys, like we're saying there are
right.
bad people out there, bro, and bad people
So
will do those things
until
to get ahead.
until more evidence comes out about the situation, or there is more to this that we don't know behind the scenes. We're just keeping at that. Innocent until
Facts.
proven guilty. Not siding with anybody because honestly, I don't know Shannon Sharp like that. I just know his
need to get a
TV
gavel.
personality.
I need to get a gavel, so then that will be
Exactly.
like, that's the fucking final. It's the break a table.
Not our drinks.
But all right, second topic. This one's you, so you got to fire away on it because I don't know shit about this.
So, Tom Aspinall and John fucking Jones.
Who?
Head ass. No, anybody that is watching UFC right now, they know about Tom Aspinall, John Jones, right? So Tom Aspinall, he is the interim heavyweight world champion. Let me explain, right?
Okay, yes.
So John Jones was away for a while, like a long while, to the point that
How long?
probably 2 years.
Which is crazy for a UFC fighter.
Exactly, especially since he has to relinquish his belts
Yeah.
after being gone for so long, right? And so Tom Aspinall, John Jones away, dominates all these heavyweights, becomes the interim heavyweight champion, right? John Jones comes back, fights Stipe Miocic, right? That's a guaranteed fight. It has to happen. But now, he said he wanted to fight Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira lost. There's no other way for him to go right now besides the fight with Tom Aspinall. Because Tom, that dude has earned, mind you, he hasn't had as many fights, right? I'm like, but there's not many people challenging Tom.
Question.
Yeah.
Question though. If he dominated the league as much as you're saying that he did, and he's champion, right?
He is interim champion.
Okay, so why is it a need? Okay, side question to get to the bigger question. So
I know exactly.
John. So John Jones, is he champion?
Yes, he is champion. He has the heavyweight belt, but he was supposed to relinquish it based off of his contract because he was gone for so long, and it needs to go to the next person.
So he
and
just
that's up
held
to
it.
Correct. And Dana allowed it. He shouldn't have allowed it, but he did. And then he fought Stipe Miocic, and then won, and then hasn't fought since.
That is crazy.
So now
bro.
Tom, mind you, people can make multiple arguments about this. Either A, which is my argument, he is the champion. If somebody wants to challenge my title, that is up to me. I am obligated to defend that title, right? But for John, he's seeing it as what is going to be the most popular fight? What is going to get me paid more? Something like $4 million is a slap in the face to him.
Imagine going to your job and be like, yo, I need to talk with you.
Well, he's the face of the UFC. Right now.
Can you hold my job? I'm going to go off and do some extra shit.
Yep.
For 2 years.
Well, that's what happens. And this is why we have.
Okay.
So once you start watching UFC, right?
Yeah.
So John Jones fucks off. Dana White sit there and he glorifies this man for not fighting. Like, mind you, his career is fucking amazing, right? I was like, but as a champion, it is, and you're holding that title, you just had a fight. It is up to you to make that fight with Tom Aspinall. Yes, John Jones made the point of, yeah, he's bigger, he's younger, he's stronger, right? But it doesn't make sense to him. But I don't understand why. You come back, you're defending your title. That's going to add to your legacy. All this whole ducking accusations, everything goes away if you just win against him.
I think
that's it.
To do it justice, I want to hear both, but I want to hear how good is John Jones?
John Jones is fantastic. He is phenomenal. He is arguably one of the most goated fucking fighters.
Give me one like solid reason why you believe that he is that great of a fighter.
Look at his record. Like, even, okay, now mind you, I will not say, I feel like he had redemption, because the thing about John Jones is, even with the fight with Daniel Cormier, right? And almost in both of the fights, he was tested
And he's
positive for
American,
steroids.
right?
Yep.
John Jones. Yeah.
Yep. John Jones is American. Daniel Cormier's American. In both of the fights for those titles, right?
Yeah.
He got tested positive for steroids twice.
Who?
John Jones.
Okay.
And Daniel Cormier was crying in the back. It's a whole video, right? I'm like, but I was like, I don't think somebody like that. A champion is like, you earn it fair and square. No bullshit. You fought, you won. No extra steroids or anything like that. You're going into the sport for winning, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go in there and hurt somebody, right? I'm like, that's gonna happen. He's on your leg
Get
now.
the fuck out of here. Get this bug off me, bro.
The fucking moth is on your shoe now and on your leg,
Sponsored by bugs.
and now he's on your shirt.
Are
But-
you ever tired of bugs just being on you?
All right, he's not a problem anymore.
Now he's just in the hole.
Yep.
Have a seat, little buddy. Watch the show.
From the grave.
Oh my god.
No, but I think Aspinall needs to, or John Jones needs to accept that challenge, right? And
But
here's
Tom,
the thing.
But what? Okay, so what? We got John. Now, what about Tom? Why? What is the case for Tom to be as great of a fighter to even fight John?
He has beat everyone in his division. Everyone in
And he's
his
a heavyweight?
division. He is a heavyweight. He's one of the fastest fucking heavyweights.
How tall is he?
Fuck. He's slightly taller than John Jones.
Okay,
I think he's pretty close. I think
they
like
around the same weight.
I think Tom is heavier now,
Okay,
because going into that heavyweight and everything. Now, mind you, John wanted to fight Alex Pereira. He's saying he's around the same weight, but now Tom is in the weight that John has always been, right?
so they're both in the same weight class.
Yep.
Okay, so what is the title that he has if Tom already is champion?
So interim champion. All right. So for interim champion, it is the champion of now, which means, so John Jones was away. He was unable to fight, right? Tom Aspinall fought all the way up, and he earned that interim champion belt. He beat everyone that he needed to beat.
Okay,
And now he had, sorry, the song that's playing, absolute flashback.
they're not gonna hear it, but
No.
we can.
Um,
Joke's on you.
Yep. So Tom Aspinall has beat everyone in his weight class, and now he wants to unify the belts. He wants his interim champion, and he wants to take the one that John Jones has. Now, mind you, yes, it is John's choice whether he fights him or not, but if he does not accept the fight, he has to relinquish those belts.
Yeah.
Like, there's a fighter named Islam Nurmagomedov, right? I completely butchered that last name. Dude is undefeated, over 20 fights. Dude keeps, hey, it doesn't matter who challenges him, he will accept it.
Cool.
That is a champion mentality. That is what champions need to do. It's not a pick and choose, right?
Mhm.
It's not what's popping right now. It's somebody's challenging you. They're the next contender up. They're number 2. Fight them.
Okay.
Give them that shot. I'm like, now mind you, if it's something like, oh, you're the number 2, right? And you already got beat by this dude twice. What's the point of having a third fight, right? I'm like, but Tom Aspinall and John Jones have not fought once.
So definitely a worthy opponent
Yes.
to somebody that is acting not like a champion.
Yep.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
let's go ahead and a perfect scenario.
Mhm.
Why do you think he's ducking him? Or why do you think that he's, let's not even use duck because maybe that's not his intentions. Let's say, why is he avoiding this?
He's avoiding it because the money's not right. He's saying the money's not right with Tom Aspinall, right?
So he's
so
young.
Dana-
He's young, right?
Who?
Tom.
He's like 34, 35.
So he's old.
Yeah.
Has he had a lot of push around his name? Or has it just been like he's just been dominating? But
He's been dominating.
But there's just been no push.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Him. Okay.
I'm like, and that's the thing. He is a very humble guy. Anybody that watches Tom Aspinall, he's very humble. Like, even when he went up to John Jones, they met up one time.
Okay.
And he goes up to John. He was like, hey, I'm a big fan. You know, he puts his hand on his shoulder. John's like, don't do that. He's like, my bad. He was like, I didn't mean no disrespect. He was like, I just want to be able to challenge you one day. He was like,
so it's an entertainment thing.
It is an
literally all it
for
is.
John Jones. I'm like, but for Tom, he just wants to take that belt. I'm like, his mind is just, let's get this fight done and over with. Let me get that belt. And that's the thing. He was like, even if John wants to retire, right? If he wants to retire and relinquish that belt, that's perfectly fine by Tom. He was like, but he just wants to unify the belts. He wants that title of being the heavyweight champion, not interim. He wants to be
the guy.
all around.
He wants to be the guy.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants.
So, and we're getting into the final thoughts. So, since I took it last time, I'll let you take it first, and then I'll have mine.
So, my final take is, I think John, I'm sorry, stop ducking the fight. It doesn't, like...
Stop being a pussy.
Oh, he's not being a pussy. But if he's just sitting here and he's like, oh, the purse isn't right on that, right?
We both seen the same video.
Mind you, Dana he has offered plenty to this man. Just accept the fight or relinquish the belt. That is all that Tom wants. And I agree. I'm like, now mind you, it's entertaining, right? John's entertaining, but just give it to Tom.
Okay, I got a scenario. If Tom was as charismatic and like
he would take it.
An entertainer as Conor McGregor. You think he would have took that fight?
He would have taken it a lot easier because like there's a lot of money behind that name, right? But Tom, literally, he just focuses on fights, just focusing on fighting, dominated in that weight class, and now he's ready for the main thing.
Okay, so before I get into mine, I will ask you, do you think that UFC maybe not as entertainment driven as WWE, but do you think that entertainment plays a hard aspect into what the UFC is?
Well, that's where a lot of the sponsorships come from. Like a lot of the sponsorships, like Conor McGregor got sponsored by several fucking companies.
So do you think some of those promos are real?
Yes.
Like 100%.
100%.
Like, I'm going to whoop your fucking ass, brother.
Well, absolutely.
Meet me in the parking lot.
Well, that's the thing. So Tom just keeps it real. Mind you, he has very little sponsor. He has a lot of sponsors. He gets paid very well. But not as John Jones because he's charismatic. Holy fuck. I can't speak.
We can't talk.
But both of us just got done working.
Peanut butter in the mouth.
Yep.
Can you talk? I can't.
No, but he's entertaining to watch. He has multiple styles. Back in the day, he was fucking ruthless. He was a killer. Tom's like, yeah, I really hope we have a good fight. And then he absolutely knocks him the fuck out every fucking time. The only time, mind you, Tom has lost once. But that was because he kicked and his leg went folded in half.
Oh,
yeah.
So compound fracture?
Yep.
Damn.
So now he's up and at him, has literally won countless times, and now he's ready. But that is my final take.
Okay. So I'll say my final take will be, I don't want to say that the brother is punking out, but if the pressure builds up enough, you're gonna be looking like public perception is everything, bro. You may not believe it, you may not think that way, but in the eyes of, like, what is it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yep.
So literally, whatever we're watching on TV, bro, like, if you look like you're being a punk, you're being a punk.
Exactly.
Like, so you can believe whatever you want, but I think at a certain point, it's gonna reach that grace that Dane is giving, like you said, is gonna wear off.
Exactly.
And I think they're gonna fight.
And that's the thing. And as soon as this fight hits, right, retired, solidify that record. You have a hell of a legacy. You have nothing else to prove, right? It's like, but you're choosing to hold on to that belt.
But my 2 cents.
That's the problem.
But my 2 cents would be: would you rather have a legacy of people who respected you and you lost in a bout like that, or would you rather hold on to the belt and believe that you are solidifying like the greatest title run, but then people
That's an ego
but
thing.
but then people look at you like you're a false champion?
I'd rather lose. That's the thing. That is the honorable thing to do.
Yeah.
You have that title.
That's what I'm getting at.
Exactly. I'm like, you have that title, you lose. And guess what? I guarantee at the end of it, Tom will be the first person to fucking pick him back up.
I think everybody would respect it a little bit more.
Exactly. Like that's a no-brainer. Like, and that's with any form of competition. It's just Tom is a humble guy. He will not disrespect you. Mind you, he'll jump on the cage and everything to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you just
Tradition, bitch.
Exactly, but he'll be one of the first people there to say, hey, we had a wonderful fucking fight. We did numbers.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to burp. Damn.
You know what that sign is? Every burp, that means on to the new topic. All right, so new topic. So the final topic that we got tonight is obviously a little bit more home based, a little bit more personal.
Yes, sir.
Shout out our brother, our dog, our day one, Jazib, Dr. J himself.
Absolutely fucking
He can't
crazy.
dunk, so I don't know why I said Dr. J, but
How many years?
But we love this guy and created a basketball league a long time ago. I know we talked about it kind of in the last episode.
Yep. And
But
he got me into basketball. Like, mind you, I did not fuck with it.
and you know, if he could get this guy, he could get anybody in there. So
Yep.
you see the sweatpants he's wearing.
Yep. In basketball, it takes me one game, and this will be sweat.
And those aren't Nikes. Nike literally said, hey, rip the patch off. Said, you're not wearing But he's creating some crazy content with the boys. It's going to be all squad oriented, family oriented. A lot of basketball, a lot of like, we're going to be doing a lot of field day stuff. So a lot of like football stuff in the summer. I don't know, laser tag. You can let us know.
We're going to be doing so much fucking content.
Underwater basket weaving. I don't know.
Hey, even on this episode,
Mechanic work. What do you want to see?
we could throw it in the description of the channels that we have.
Yeah.
You get to see the cringy ass fucking game that
You get to see the worst game of your life.
Oh, it is so fucking bad. There's mind you, there's other games that are worse. Like him and Mark's game, that was a wash. That was a wash.
It was over. But no. It was mad entertaining.
Yasko and Sergio, that won't come out.
Most entertaining game.
Yasko and Serge, that ain't coming out.
Hey, but if you want something that is like NBA Jam meets, I don't know, Ball is Life. NBA Jam meets Ball is Life. That's how I look at it.
And I think the direction that Joseph's wanting to go with is kind of making content all around. Mainly basketball focused right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully in this video that you put their description.
Well, I wouldn't
their
even
links
say
in the
like it's even being basketball driven. Like I think more.
Right now
I think
it
we're
is.
real. Well, now it is, but I think it's being reeled back a little bit. I think when we started, obviously in college, everything was just basketball. Play as much as possible, learn as much as possible, beat as many people as much as possible. But I think now, being older and bringing people in, I think we're reeling it in to where it's just squad. You got your squad together. Now, how can we have fun with this?
Yep. I mean, if you guys want to check it out,
No, you should check it out.
yeah,
Enough of
absolutely.
that pussy.
That's true. You definitely are gonna check it out. Mad Summit League on YouTube. Mad Summit. You'll see our shit. Don't look at me because I'm awful at basketball.
Terrible.
It's true. He knows.
He's a tennis guy.
I only go right. That's it.
Dodgeball.
But no, check out his channels. Not Rocket, Mad Summit League.
Yep.
He's doing fucking amazing things on there. He's going crazy with the edits, the animations. He is getting into animation. So
He is.
Yes, he is.
And I want to take this time, shout out all my other brothers too. We got James, we got
Mark,
we got Dalen, we got
Sergio,
we got Hayden.
we got Devin Smith.
I don't even know who
No,
that is.
he's playing.
Oh, is he playing
Yeah,
now?
he's playing.
Devin, you better be playing, my boy.
Yes, he is.
I haven't seen you on that court in a minute, bro.
We got fucking Hayden.
That post
we got
has been
Henry. Henry.
Henry, man.
He needs to come back.
We
dude.
got Jordan and Henry, the midi gods.
We need them to have a fucking 1v1.
That'd be a crazy
We've
1v.
been waiting for this.
That'd be a crazy 1v.
Oh my god.
But there's one person they can't beat, bro.
Oh, stop.
There's one person. You know,
I feel like Henry has a very good no, both of them do.
there's one.
100%.
There's 1-0. You know, 1-0.
All I'm saying is Jordan.
I'm saying the light is on me for a reason. You know,
The light's on me more. Look, it's towards
really
me.
not. It's heavily dim.
Is it not right fucking
That's
there?
literally why.
Are you what light are you? Are we talking about this bar light here?
Are you being racist right now? Are you trying to say there's not enough light on me right now, bro? What are you trying to say, bro?
Kinda.
What are you trying to say?
We can see your tattoos more. You
Screw this interview,
delinquent.
But no, you guys definitely need to check it out. That's the A1 Day One. That's my brother. That's our brother.
Yes,
That is
sir.
the guy doing a lot of work. Doesn't get as much credit. So shout out you, my brother. Shout out everything you do. You know we love you. We appreciate everything that you do. Check it out. Where are we finding all that stuff? It doesn't matter.
That's rude.
It does matter. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'll put the mic down.
Hey, hopefully on this episode, he puts in the description for Mad Summit League,
I will.
not Rocket, or Team Rocket. All those channels, they're fucking awesome. You can see some of where we started and how rusty we were, and then getting straight into the content that we're making now. I feel like it's going to be a lot better with time. First time making content, first time in in front of a camera, so it's going to be a little bit slower.
I think as we become more consistent with not just this, but like even that, which coming up soon, we are going to be a little bit more consistent with it. I'll have some time. We'll be able to work out a little bit more consistent drop dates, but a lot more hoop content coming.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that's all I can say about that. So stay tuned. But before we get out of here, obviously we got to do the final thoughts. And this one will be interesting. Stirring up a lot of shit.
Uh-oh.
And you know it's that time. So we got to...
You start it.
All right. So we're going to go through the squad. And we're going to say... We're going to talk. Okay? Mark. Where you got him ranked, bro?
Got him ranked in the boys?
Where you got him ranked in the boys, bro? We'll do a top 5 of the boys. How about that? Is that a little bit better?
Top 5.
Top 5 of the boys. Who are you taking on your top 5? And this is excluding ourselves.
So top 5.
Yeah, who you got? Who you got?
Ooh.
You want me to start in the first pick? I'm gonna do the first pick.
Let's do, because we definitely have. You know what? You do your top 5. I might go from number 1 to 5 on mine, because that's gonna help me think and like break it down.
We'll do a draft. We'll do a draft right now, and I'm gonna draft my 5. You draft your 5. We'll go pick by pick.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm taking.
Are you starting at number 5? Are you starting at number 5 or number 1? Like, who's the best?
Okay. I will say. I don't want to do that. I'll say Dalen.
Ooh.
I'll say Dalen. He's been
Now, mind you,
Pause. He's been growing on me.
see, with Daylin,
I think
I love you, Day. I was like, but you get flustered way too quick.
I don't know.
I
bro.
say this because, now, mind you, I get it. It's just basic private runs and shit. But this dude has made more middies and lays, right? Like, if he doesn't have somebody guarding him, like either the same height or getting in his face,
Yeah.
he doesn't miss him. But when Joseph starts putting that pressure on him, and I've seen this,
Okay.
he'll overshoot it because, he is aggressive.
Okay.
He is aggressive. He likes to be in there, aggressive, perfect. I was like, but he overthrows it.
Mr.
Or
Barkley.
or he doesn't do enough, or it hits back iron or something.
Mr. Barkley, I need your pick, bro.
I was like, but I love shit talking him. He's definitely one of the best. But I'm gonna have
He
to
is
put.
the best.
I'm gonna have to put my number 1. Oh man.
See, doesn't even know how to pick. Episode over. Greatest pick of all time.
You know
Got
what?
it. Doesn't even know what to pick.
I think Jordan. I think Jordan.
Oh my god. Oh my
now-
god.
Now the reason being is
Oh.
because you put him on a team right? You put him on a
Okay.
team, he tries to find what is best for what that player likes to play like. He wants to create that chemistry, and he
Mhm.
has that natural chemistry. Like even in private runs, right? If he's on a team and he's looking for somebody, he'll be like, he'll just look, he'll like nod his head or something. Like mind you, everyone does that, right? But he just has a natural team chemistry to him. Even if he doesn't take those shots, he tries to feed it around. And I feel like that's going to go very, very well on any fucking team. I feel like he's a staple. Dude's fucking great.
This is what I'll say about that. I love Jordan. That's my other brother right there, bro. Love him. I will say this though. I need a little bit better of a two-way. I'm just saying. That's why I got Dalen up there. When time comes, I have watched Jay have moments where he also gets flustered, where
Oh, absolutely.
there are moments where that I need, if you're not impacting the floor that you normally impact the floor, I need you to go back and like impact the floor somewhere else.
Oh, for sure.
And I think sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes in those hard moments of like, championship moments where it's just like I need something out of you.
Yep.
That sometimes it can get lost in the sauce.
Okay.
And somebody else steps up.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. And like I said, not even all the time.
Well,
I meant that shit.
so
Jay, I'm calling you.
let
out,
me
bro.
get into my number
No, I'm
two.
playing. I love you, Jay.
Let me get into my number two, right? Number two, James Rhodes. James Rhodes, aggressive. Been doing a lot better. He's up for any fucking challenge. This dude's always playing fucking basketball somewhere, somehow. Like the dude's there. Also, natural chemistry. Has played high school ball. Dude's been so consistent with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I'm just saying, like that chemistry is insane.
I'll actually match you on two.
Yeah,
I'll actually match you on two.
He's a solid.
I'll
pick.
match you on two.
I'm like that's the thing. Like he's played organized ball.
Still hasn't smoked me though.
You guys haven't ran ones.
What do you mean? He used to guard me all the time.
No, you haven't ran ones. It doesn't matter if he guards you. You guys need to run ones. All the shit talk. Yeah, why not? Now, mind you, that doesn't mean that he.
Phil,
if he beats
Phil.
you,
Phil,
if he beats you, that
hear
doesn't
this?
mean that he makes.
Philip,
He's better.
Philip. Do you hear this guy?
One-on-one.
I'm talking about a team. I was like, the ones and then his consistency. He knows when to give up that ball. He won't sit there and ball hog it, right? I was like, even when he drives in, if he knows people are in front of him, how many times have you seen either on video or in person? He looks back, kicks it out, and then they do something with that ball. That's what he does.
I love his game. That's why I said two.
Yeah.
I will say that the part that separated the number one, I would say also is I think you can disrupt the rhythm with him.
Okay.
I think the part that put Dalen above, I'm honestly just gonna say size. Like
Yep.
literally. That's probably the difference maker between him and Dalen.
Yep.
But
Let's hear your.
going into my number three,
Yep.
I think number three is gonna be your number one. So I think I got Jordan right there. I think Jordan is like that's a sweet spot because I think James is still growing.
Yep.
Not to say that Jordan's not growing, but I think it's just more of like Jordan knows his niche. He knows what is his lane, and he knows what he likes to do. So I think that kind of can hinder you in a way. Because if you specialize in one thing, just like in the NBA, so like if I know Kevin Durant for doing one thing,
Yep.
that doesn't knock him for like he's still, if not the greatest scorer of all time.
Yep.
But like I will say that people can automatically be like, oh well, that's the scorer right there.
Because I get so much enjoyment.
Stop him from getting the ball.
You remember back in the seminary, we would watch this dude play. He would take whoever, I forgot what team he was playing. He was taking these guys' fucking ankles. It didn't matter
Yeah,
who
it
was
was
guarding
crazy.
him. And he would go up, he would get sealed off, he could pass it to the next person. Boom, that's a made
For sure.
shot. This dude's handles are great.
No, for
His
sure.
hezzies are great. My number 3, Dalen. That's now, mind you, I know
The disrespect.
1v1s,
Dalen, you hear this?
1v1s, they do not count for whoever is a better player. Because if that was the case, Dalen would be above James.
James, you hear this?
I was like, but I feel like in the heat of the moment, now mind you, point case example, like yesterday, that man throws bullet fucking passes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they don't read too much into it. Maybe it's their fault, maybe it's his, right? I was like, but it's too inconsistent in between. Okay, here's a nice pass to here's a bullet, or he goes up, plays aggressive. How many times, Dalen, and I know you'll watch this, you go up, fucking hit that backboard, you hit the rim way too hard, goes to the other team, he claps, tries to get back on the defense, they either score or he smacks it and they get it anyways. Like it, and mind you, I think Dalen is fucking phenomenal. Like I think it's just he was out for a little bit, but now that he's getting back into it, you could tell like his confidence, his patience. He said it yesterday. He was like, patience is key, fellas. He fucking kept saying that every time he scored. I was like, if he had more patience, if it was a full court game where it mattered, I feel like he would be in my number 1.
I think the last 2 are going to be interesting.
So, my number
You're kicking
4,
this shit off.
Oh, I am kicking it off. So I think my number 4.
Look at this man.
That's
Taking
tough.
all the time in the world.
We have time.
He's choking.
I'm gonna have to say Jazza.
Okay.
I think Jazza, he does a pretty damn good job. I feel like his threes have gotten so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's getting more aggressive in there. He's taking the time on his middies. His middies fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like his anger gets the best of him sometimes. I
would
feel
say
like
his anger is his greatest attribute.
what? No,
His anger will fuel him.
Oh, it fuels him, but
he focuses when he gets mad.
yeah, but then he also can get selfish with that ball. Like, let's be honest. So when he gets pissed off, well, let me break it down for you.
Okay.
So if he gets pissed off with the ball, he's at the top of the key, right? You know what he does? He fucking dribbles, or he goes in between the legs, hits him with a hezzy, and then he starts charging in, and he'll start going up, right? If somebody's there and contest it,
Uh-huh.
I was like, if he misses it, he gets pissed off. He gets pissed off at himself.
And then if he makes it,
If he makes it, that's perfect.
is he still selfish?
That's the thing. All I'm saying is he does not know when to give it up, which is perfect. I would love for him to have the confidence to keep shooting that ball, right? I
Okay.
love him to have that confidence.
Okay.
I was like, if because he's even admitted to when he does make selfish plays, he's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have acted that way. He's like, I just got tired of us missing. I got tired of this and that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I get it. I was like, but also you shouldn't, in a team-based game, you shouldn't gas yourself out super quick like that.
I'm going to ask you a quick question, though.
Yeah.
And this is one for especially all my hoopers out there. And I'm talking hoopers, not basketball players. Hoopers. There's a big difference. When you're on a team and you know you're probably the better player, but you're not going to be the dick and just be like, oh, well, I'm better than all these fucking people out there.
Yep.
But you can consciously know how the game is going to interact around you.
Absolutely.
Do you sit back and do in my opinion, which is like kind of waving the white flag, which I'm not going to look at you as a hooper if you just go through the motions on your team.
Mm-hmm.
A hooper to me would be like, regardless of the team, you are going to try to do everything to win.
Yep.
So I'm asking you, do you try to do something to win, or do you just go through the motions?
Here's the thing. I try to do something to win, right? I was like, but I'm saying for his case, if he has taken several shots and they miss, now mind you, I get it like, oh, it didn't feel that, like, at this point, it doesn't matter if it feels good or if it doesn't. I was like, if you start missing, give it up. I was like, I feel like he does a good job of getting boards. I feel like he does a good job at boxing out. Like, I feel like he does. Like, and he's better than me at that because he knows exactly where to be and how to get there.
Yeah. I guess the part where like I'm going to disagree on, which I can agree that, you know, even with myself, like there've been times where it's just like you might get in a mode where you're having tunnel vision, so like you're
Yep.
just focused on doing one thing instead of overseeing the whole court.
Yep.
Now, I will say though, if I'm normally a PG and I'm trying to distribute, and I'm seeing that me distributing
It's not working.
is not working because the people that are around me are not shooting at a good clip or a
Yep.
high clip at all. They can't shoot, or they're not driving.
Right. And I get
Then,
that.
because then what you're saying is just like, well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You know? And there's been a lot of teams I've seen him on where it's just like,
Like me, I
who
know
else is gonna take the shot?
I'm the number one.
Who else is gonna take that
contributor
shot, bro?
To that fucking anger, because this dude's like, set me a fucking screen, do something,
Do
like,
something, bro.
right? No, and that just all comes from IQ and shit. Now, mind you, like, I will say,
It's a sweat.
yeah, it is. No, it comes from the IQ that he has, right? He's been playing basketball almost all of his life.
Yeah.
From watching it to contributing to developing like everyone else's IQ, start playing those runs and everything. But also just knowing your team and what they are wanting to do or what they're comfortable with doing. That also comes from knowing that, right? I was like, so if you have me set a screen, which I'm comfortable with doing, I mean, you guys fucking make fun of me for setting so many goddamn screens. Yep. But that's the thing, but they work. I was like, the only ones that don't work is when I fucking have to run up and fucking screen somebody.
But
and
you
then
need
they
a
shave
roll
off.
with your big ass.
Dude, I do need a fucking roll. And
This is you.
I stand there and he's like, dude, fucking roll.
Give me the ball. I'm a dunk it.
I'm a dunk it. No, like, I feel like just knowing your team is a huge contributor to how you're going to play. Mind you, you could be an all-star fucking player. You could be going out doing your thing. You know,
Yeah.
anger gets the best of him. He starts making shit right. Say if all this is going right. I was like, but then he starts getting gassed.
Okay.
And then
I think. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
so he starts getting gassed, and then he gets frustrated with the team because they're not doing exactly what he wants them to do.
Yeah.
And mind you, and 9 times out of 10, when we go and play, it's not like we're going through plays. It's we're just playing the man. We're playing. We go up. I was like, even if it's a team practice, we don't have a finite practice to it. Now,
I think it's a solid pick though.
yeah,
Solid number 4.
I think that is a solid number 4 because like it all has to base off of what you have been doing up until this, like till this moment,
Yeah.
which is like those guys have more experience than the previous. So from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
I hear you. So my number 4 is no, I'm playing. So what I'm actually gonna say.
Don't do them like that.
Oh no. I think mine is, and I thought about it, and I've actually thought about it for a while because I loved his game when I met him. I've been seeing how much he's been growing every time I play him, and I remember running drills with him when we first met, and thinking that this kid's got a lot of potential to do a lot. Even Jay said that, like, I met this guy, he's got a lot of potential, like he's young, but you know, we're getting there. And like every time I see him, like I just see that fire, that leader that's there that can just keep growing. And that is Henry, bro. Shout out my dog.
Ooh.
Shout out my dog Henry, bro.
Yes, sir.
Love him, bro. And every time that I see Henry,
Oh my God. Hold on. I might have to. It's not even Henry. I'll tell you in a bit. I have to switch up the list a bit.
but every time I see Henry, this is more of, I'm looking at the whole aspect. I'm not just looking at like what you do on the court. I'm looking at like what do you provide on the court.
Yep.
Not just like, oh, I've seen you hit consistent mids or threes all the time. It's just more of like, what do you provide on a unit? And every time I've seen him carry like
Yep.
teams where I'm like, wow, he has nobody out there. I've seen him drop 20, 30. I've seen him interact on a team where there's a bunch of players that are probably better than him, and he fits well, and he knows how to provide efficiently. So
Yep.
definitely he deserves to be on a good top 5 list. And shout out to you, bro. You know, keep growing, keep doing your thing. Can't wait to have you back. I know you out overseas, you know, Call of Duty and everything.
Not overseas.
High score.
He's in the States still.
No, what?
He's in the States still. He's not overseas.
Call of Duty in the US is crazy.
So, Josep's number 5. And
Why are
we're
you
gonna
doing
move
this
down
right
the
now?
list.
Why are you doing that?
Now, hold on. I'm
The
moving down
disrespect.
the list. I think
This just in,
First-
we got a downgrade. We got a
first
downgrade in progress.
place, because I have to go down, right? I cannot forget fucking Brandon. Brandon, that is my boy. You and Chuck, fucking awesome, right? I was like, Chuck, I can't put you on that list.
I know,
'cause
the
you just started.
disrespect, we
You
went-
just started playing basketball a few years ago, right?
We went through this
I was
whole
like,
episode.
but Brandon, that dude. I
He
mean,
is
he was
great.
the MVP for the fucking season. He damn near almost averaged 40. Like, dude, like
He's good, bro.
He's pretty fucking good. And even when people were triple teaming him, he was still feeding his fucking team. He was still running to those baskets and getting rebounds.
Yeah.
Like, the dude was there. He dominated the shit.
The only regret I have is like not like I wish I could have played with y'all more,
Yep.
but you know, like life.
Family shit.
But yeah, man, I know like ton of life to live, so definitely gonna have to run some with you, bro. Like definitely cool guy, love the vibe.
Oh, and congrats on the birth of your new son.
Hey, congrats, Neff. Gotta meet Neff. But yeah, amazing basketball player, amazing guy. Gotta get on the court again. So that's your whole list. Brandon's at the top. You just
Yep.
shifted down.
Yep.
All right, so my 5 is gotta be my brother. It's gotta be Jay. So I wanted to get him
Yes,
on
sir.
there. I wanted to get him on there somewhere. I know we're getting older, so we're not like how we used to be, and not a lot of pop. Not as much pop, but the pop is still there. But he still provides a lot on the court. He does a lot.
Yes, he does.
And I'll get a little bit more intricate with it. So I'll say every team needs to have somebody that can pop up as a leader at any given point, especially when, you know, times is tough, you know.
Agreed.
Obviously, when you got the falling action, like the all hope is lost moment, and that happens a lot.
That dude will get onto the
Yeah.
sidelines. Even if we're down like 13, he's like, nah, fuck that. We're going to fucking run him.
Yeah, and I don't care how much we're losing by, bro. You need to get your ass on the court, like for real. Like anybody, if I see like the going through the motions part, if I ever see anybody going through the motions, that is like kind of a shot to the head of like how like I'm viewing maybe that moment. Maybe it's that day and you're going through it right
Yep.
then, but at that moment I'll be like, bro, I can't be playing with you right now. And that is just me. That is just me as a hooper. That's me as a competitor, bro. Like I can't see that because then I just don't want to be on your team. And I've never seen that with him since I've
Yep.
been around him. And
Absolutely.
So that's definitely, I believe, 2 solid top 5 units. Mine would whoop yours, so it's okay. It's whatever. But anyway, so so now that we got that all settled, any final thoughts about the episode, bro?
I think it was a damn good episode. I feel like we were a lot more comfortable. It wasn't like
Right.
It wasn't
Clearly, some of us are more comfortable than others.
right.
But you
Well,
know,
I have to poop, dude.
I do too, bro.
No,
Stop
it's bad.
putting that
dude.
energy on.
I just drank a coffee and
I
then
just drank all this shit. Look at all this. This is why
Yep, that's
Russian
true.
roulette on the table right now.
No, I feel like we were a lot more comfortable in this episode. You know, I came prepared. I had a topic and everything, and
Proud of you.
right. Well, it's something that I'm gonna bring up more topics that I'm more passionate about that I can sit here and talk to you about. I was like, pop culture is like I don't know too much. Like I didn't know about the Shannon Sharp stuff. Mind you, like I love
You'll get
talking
there.
about the shit. Exactly.
You'll get there.
I'm like, I love talking about it. It's just I don't necessarily know all too much. I was like, but I'd love to know because I'm a nosy fucking bitch.
I'll give you your flowers. Like, even though it's been a whole fucking month since the last time we filmed, I would say that you have done some work. The flow definitely felt way better.
Yep.
But I think that's just more. That's why we called it a pilot. I even called it a pilot episode.
Yes, sir.
Dropping in June, so you guys should definitely be on the lookout. It will be on Spotify. Obviously, it's going to be on YouTube, but you guys are going to see several clips before then. We're going to be dropping several clips.
And I'll work towards getting it on Apple Music and shit.
Yeah,
We'll start branching out as soon as we start getting more like popularity on it, and
yeah, we'll get there. You know, build like even like a Facebook, start growing, like throwing out reels.
Yep.
And whatnot. But let us know. You know, I definitely want to hear a little bit more, like whether it's from the squad, whether it's from anybody random Joe Schmo off the street, any topics you guys would like to see us talk about. Till then, we're gonna have like he's gonna provide a couple, I'm gonna provide a couple, but we're gonna have, like I said, 3 topics. One's gonna be personal, 2 are gonna be pop culture.
And we are gonna have more. Kind of my idea on this is have more of an interactive podcast. You know. To also like have more benefit, not just something that you guys can listen to, but for the active listeners that are out there, just more of your comments can be put in. You know, I talked about the last episode about roasting you and them roasting
we
us.
can get there.
And,
I think that comes with streaming,
of course.
Like
well, not even just streaming. We can go over. We could start picking out the comments because people are going to say something. We could say some They could say some outrageous shit. That's something that we can filter.
I think okay.
Because I'm going to be honest, for the amount of people that are on your shit, I was like, if people start interacting, they saying some off the wall fucking shit. I'm like, we don't want that on the podcast.
If anybody, so when these start coming out, and it'll probably take like a good 5 episodes, but I will take the top 3 best roasts in those videos.
Make it 5.
Okay, we'll make it 5, and then instead of like we'll have final thoughts, but like before the final thoughts, we'll do the top 5 roasts, and we will address them, and we'll fire back. Trust me, the clips.
And all I'm saying,
the clips are ready.
No holding back. It does not matter. I'm like, even if your family, friends, random strangers, I was like, if there's a no holds fucking bar, if you have some recent memories or past memories of us and you're wanting to roast us about it, feel free to do it. I'm like, I'm giving. There's no gates to it. Just fucking go. I was like, but if you say some outlandish shit, some like shit that we can't fucking say or I won't fucking say,
light them up.
I'm like, we're not putting that shit on there. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Obviously, we have lines. Obviously, you know, what is it? TOS. Yeah. We gotta watch TOS. YouTube is crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, for sure. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Till next time, stay royal out there. We love y'all.